This week, the World Bank has awarded a $200 million emergency grant to help Yemen in treating the devastating cholera outbreak. The country is already in a state of humanitarian crisis, and regular Saudi airstrikes against the Houthi rebels keep claiming civilian lives as well. A recent strike killed 14 people, including 6 children. RT's Brigida Santos has a special report on the situation developing in Yemen. You can catch it on September 5th, but right now, she's joining me live now to talk more about this neglected war. Brigida, your special called Yemen, the Neglected War premieres next week. What are you going to be covering in it?
Manila, I'm going to be covering the history of the conflict, all of the players involved, and of course, what is now the worst humanitarian crisis in the world. Now, I do have a preview of a couple interviews. The first one that I conducted is with an immigration lawyer named Julie Goldberg. Now, she is based out of Los Angeles and New York, but she does have an office in Djibouti, Africa, and she runs boats from the southern portion of Yemen into Djibouti, which is the main escape route for people fleeing the violence in Yemen. Here's why she says the humanitarian crisis has reached catastrophic proportions. Take a listen.
The biggest problem is, like, for example, I don't know if you saw, it was about 9-10 months ago, where the Saudis and the U.S. bombed the ABS hospital. It's Doctors Without Borders. So what's happening is, because, you know, in a civil war where you have people fighting on the ground, places like UNICEF, Red Cross can go in and isolate an area and create some sort of protections or safety or medical care or food or stuff. You don't have that in Yemen because it's basically an airstrike. And the Saudis have control of the airways. So what's happening is there's no area or safe place for a lot of the relief agencies and the aid to go in and help these people. And so internally, these people are getting absolutely no help whatsoever.
I want to mention that internally displaced persons are not protected in the way that refugees who cross international borders are protected. So there's really no hope here. These people are subjected to many different hardships every day. So I spoke with Dr. Riaz Karim, who is a co-founder of the Mona Relief Agency, which operates on the ground in Yemen. Take a listen to what some of the things are happening to civilians in Yemen.
They know that the people who are responsible for this is Saudi Arabia and the coalition, because, you know, when Saudi Arabia actually invaded Yemen, they were very, very close to coming to an agreement between the North and the South. And then the invasion happened, and everything went to hell in a handbasket then. And you know, and then what happens is that it started creating vacuums within Yemen, within the southern part of Yemen, where Al-Qaeda and Daesh have actually taken over a lot of the areas.
Manila, I've talked to so many people here in the U.S., and many people have no idea that this conflict is even taking place, and they have no idea that the American government is even involved. So that's why I decided to do this special. Take a look at the preview here. "20 million people are on the brink of death. In under 3 years, violence, famine, and preventable disease have ravaged an entire nation. Yet the international community remains silent. It's time to talk about Yemen."
All right, Brigida, thank you so much. We're looking forward to it.
Thanks.